Developing this morning, another important hearing for Roswell Valley's meat company.
Yeah, this time the plant's going to court to fight a restraining order, hoping it can finally open as a horse slaughterhouse. The attorney for Valley Meat Company, A. Blair Dunn, filed a 173-page motion this week responding to the restraining order that prevented the plant from opening on New Year's Day. Mr. Dunn calls the court fight a, quote, publicity stunt and says Attorney General Gary King, the gentleman you just saw, is grandstanding on the issue because he's running for governor. King says Valley Meat's operation would break state laws dealing with food safety, water quality, and unfair business practices. A federal court has already cleared the way for the plant to open. We'll keep you posted on what happens today. Well, a company up in Raton is now suing the New Mexico Racing Commission, saying that commission sabotaged plans for its racetrack and casino. The La Mesa Racino was supposed to open back in 2010, but it's faced a number of delays. The lawsuit says the Racing Commission intentionally allowed the license for the racetrack and casino to expire, and it says one commissioner intentionally blocked the project because she was a friend of a rival. The Racing Commission hasn't responded to the lawsuit just yet.
Our other top story that has a lot of people talking this morning, there is now a new push to legalize marijuana right here in New Mexico. This comes just 2 days into Colorado's new pot law having taken effect. Well, now one New Mexico senator says he wants to do what Colorado did, let the voters decide whether to legalize marijuana for recreational purposes.
A lot of voters in this state say this is something, the time has come, this is something we're ready to try.
Now, for the measure to make it on the November ballot, a majority of legislators have to approve the joint resolution. A poll by a pro-marijuana group last year showed New Mexico voters are split nearly 50-50 on the issue. Now, if you happen to buy marijuana in Colorado, don't even think about bringing it back here to the land of enchantment.
New Mexico State Police are on the lookout for anyone who buys pot legally in Colorado, then tries to bring it back illegally across the state line. As you probably heard, people living in Colorado who are 21 and older can now buy an ounce of pot. Visitors can now buy a quarter ounce. You are not supposed to take it out of the state. Smoke it where you buy it, I guess you could say. But New Mexico State Police say it's only a matter of time before that pot does make its way south to the land of enchantment.
They need to know that New Mexico has different laws and it's not going to fly in New Mexico.
Right now, there are no plans to increase state police patrols in the northern part of the state, but if you do get caught with pot in New Mexico, no matter where it's from, the charges are based on how much you have, going from petty misdemeanors to felonies. And even though it's legal there in Colorado, the state still has some pretty strict rules about pot. Very strict rules, as a matter of fact. Denver International Airport, for instance, warns travelers you cannot carry marijuana through the airport. An airport spokesperson says TSA will not search people specifically for it, and there won't be drug dogs patrolling for marijuana. But if you are searched for another reason and you get caught with pot, you could face a stiff $1,000 fine. And if you're caught with it traveling to another state where it is illegal, you could face even more trouble.
New this morning, we are learning more about a man who was killed at a New Year's party in Rio Rancho. According to the Albuquerque Journal, 22-year-old Carlos Reda died at UNM Hospital of a single gunshot wound to the forehead. The criminal complaint states Reda told his 20-year-old friend, Ryan Wathan, to point the pistol at his head. Reda allegedly told Wathan that the pistol was not loaded. Wathan is now facing second-degree murder charges. A state police officer makes a daring rescue to help a young man in distress, and it was all caught on dash cam video. Watch this.
584. Okay, I got him.
Officials say the video shows 11-year state police veteran Officer Dean Carroll, who spotted a young man ready to jump off of the Coors and I-40 overpass on Christmas morning. The officer carefully approaches the 22-year-old, making multiple pleas for the man not to jump and fall into the busy holiday traffic below. Officer Carroll tells us his training kicked in during the tense situation.
I don't want you to do this. You're going to ruin my Christmas if you do this.
I don't ruin everybody's Christmas.
I don't want you to ruin anybody's Christmas. I want you to come over here with me.
Just helping out a young man that needs my help.
After multiple pleas, the man finally climbed back over the ledge to safety. He was taken to the hospital for psychiatric care. The officer tells us he was just thankful that he could help someone.
Huge thank you to that state police officer. Well, the nasty weather in the northeastern part of the U.S. is affecting a lot of flights in and out of the Sunport this morning. New England is getting smacked, with parts of it getting up to a foot of snow and some powerful winds up there. It's what we call a blizzard. That's delaying and canceling hundreds, if not thousands, of flights and causing a lot of problems, especially for folks trying to get home from holiday vacations.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. It'd be a major stressful situation.
If the pilot doesn't want to fly, I don't want to fly.
That's a good way to think about it. Just got off the Sunport's website. At least 4 flights were already canceled this morning out of Albuquerque. We're talking flights to Houston, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Washington, D.C. Head to our website, click on KRQE links for the latest flight information. Also, check your connections. Well, UPS is already warning folks that this winter storm will probably have your packages getting shipped a little bit late. You'll remember UPS already had shipping delays through the holidays because of the weather and just the sheer number of packages. UPS now has this warning on its website saying, quote, the UPS service guarantee does not apply when transportation networks are disrupted due to the events of nature, meaning the weather. And Amazon posted this yesterday. If you live in areas affected by the winter storm Hercules, as they're calling it, expect delays.